Well, I'm really happy to get the win for two reasons. One is I just know how hard it is to beat Georgia Tech every year, and then the second reason, we weren't always playing our best, and we found a way to hang in there, even when our serve pass was inconsistent, and we had to rely a little bit more on our pins than maybe we'd want to, but Liv and Blaire definitely stepped up, and we're able to help us offensively when when we weren't passing, and I thought we were really good in that fourth set, in the late when we were down, and but mostly just pleased to get a win against a great team.
Olivia and Blaire, I know you haven't been here for all 4 years, but Georgia Tech, every time it's come here in the past 4 years, they've taken Pitt to 5. What was the sense of relief to not go to 5 today?
Honestly, that was definitely the first thing I thought about when it was 23 in the fourth. But I think we all just stepped up, and just like seeing us not need to go to 5 to ramp ourselves up and finish it was just really nice that we were able to apply pressure in those last 2 points, because I know we've been working on being like a team that can apply pressure after 20, so I feel like especially when it's that tight, the fact that we were able to get those 2 big points just meant a lot, and I'm glad it showed our growth.
Kind of like what Fish said, like we know going into the match every time we play them that they're going to play their best against us and that they're a really hard team to beat, and I think going into the match we knew that the game was going to be a scrappy, hard, feisty game. We'd expect nothing less from them, but yeah.
Dan, what did you notice in that third set from Georgia Tech? They obviously came out pretty strong and had a big lead on you guys in the middle of the way. What did you see from them? And did they change anything? Was there anything they were doing?
Yeah, they in the third and fourth, I thought they started passing better, and that allowed them to run their middles more. And this is through the first 3 sets. We did a little bit better job in the fourth, both teams did, but we were just pretty high air. We just had trouble keeping pressure on them. And it's a little bit, of a funky game, because they were negative the first 2 sets, then they hit over 300 and 351 essentially. So I guess part of it's probably regression to the mean, like they're a better team than that, and that happens in volleyball. We've got to be a little bit better, I guess, at starting a new streak when they get hot.
Do you think playing in these 4 setters and 5 setters, do you think that makes you more battle tested later in the year? Do you think that's helpful compared to last year when you were sweeping everybody?
Of course, as a coach and as a player, you always want to play your best, but I definitely think, winning is a skill too. So just being in tough moments and finding a way to win is really important.
Blaire, it was 23-21, and you guys went on a 4-0 run to win it. Can you walk me through kind of what you guys were seeing and the energy in those last 4 points?
Yeah, one focus we've had for our team is being good after 20 and being able to close out those tight sets and those big moments. And I think feeling that it was kind of one of those big moments, we all kind of took that as a challenge, and hey, like we're going to get to 25 first, and Brooke went back there and put in some really great serves that helped us get there, and I think that was a really good moment for us, seeing as that's just been such a big focus, and I hope that we can continue just like that mentality that we're going to close out the set when we have the chance for the rest of ACC play.
Dan, you had Marina playing a lot in that second set and third set, and Dagmar, I think, played a lot more in the first and fourth set. What was the decision to sort of play?
Yeah, Dagmar did a lot better when we put her back in the fourth. She was just a little inconsistent. And then simultaneously, Marina gave us a pretty big lift with her service run, so we gave her, a little bit more of a chance. But I was really pleased with the way that Dagmar came back into the game. I thought she had a break and came back and passed it really well and hit a lot better as well.
Speaking of Marina's service run, we haven't gotten to see a lot of her serve. Obviously, you guys know she's capable of that, but what is it about her that allows her to go on a run like that? She's a pro with how she attacks the game. She shows up every day and works hard, and so I think she's just she's a stable personality, like a stable player, and I think everyone trusts her.
You had lower hitting percentages than usual from both of the middles. Do you think any of that had to do with Bianca playing with you guys all last year and understanding like how that works?
No, I'm not totally sure why. I mean, I'm gonna have to go watch film, but I think part of it was we weren't passing as well as we wanted, so we probably had to force some in at some weird angles, but I'd have to watch more to have a better idea.
Olivia, while the middles weren't necessarily hitting as high, you guys had a 14 blocks total, which ties to your season high. What was going well for you guys on the block?
I feel like we just all scouted really well, and we were just in really good positions. We've been working on like shaping, and I feel like the middles were really able to reflect what we've been doing in practice and game. And I feel like I just kind of knew they were gonna have a good blocking game. I mean, they really wanted to, and we like kind of hyped it up. So I feel like they just really wanted the block, and they were able to find ways to get it. So, yeah.
I guess for anyone, I mean, you guys have had back-to-back sellouts at Fitzgerald Field House. How important was that home crowd today and just this weekend overall?
I mean, it's great. We are, in my opinion, one of the best fan bases in the NCAA, and I think today you could really feel that and feel their energy, and that, especially at the end of the fourth set, it was absolutely roaring, and it was really fun to feed off of that and how we played. And just, it's really cool to just see like how many people show up for us at every game, and yeah, we really appreciate the support.
Yeah. I don't know how else to say it.
Keep coming.
Dan, what does it say about the grit of this team and how that's grown? Because in similar situations, you guys may have not been able to close out a fourth set, but obviously today you guys were, and I'm just curious about the resiliency of this group.
I don't know if I agree with that. What similar situations?
Uh,
We're 12-2, so we've closed out a lot of sets.
Well, no, I mean, there were some in the early, Nebraska, Florida, I think there was one.
Yeah, weekend one we're not
Well-
talking about anymore.
What I meant, so there were just some sets early. I just was curious about the growth of the
Yeah,
resiliency.
no, we're a gritty team. We have been the whole year.